exciting night of our year. Grant Award Night celebrates our coming together to plant more seeds of hope here in our community. This evening will be a celebration full of inspiration, good cheer, and I think we've seen a lot of that already, as we announce where this year's funding will go. We're outdoors at the beautiful Whitty with a sky filling with stars. They're up there. And speaking of stars, we have many, many among us this evening, some here in person and some watching virtually via live stream. From our agency finalists who are dedicated to helping to create better futures for those they serve, to our members and sponsors who make what we do possible, you are all stars in our eyes. I am pleased to welcome all of you to this wonderful evening. At Impact San Antonio, we celebrate and harness the amazing power of hundreds of caring and generous women who come together around a shared mission of helping to make a real and meaningful difference in our community. Along the way, Impact SA creates wonderful opportunities for members to form lifelong friendships, learn about the needs in our community, and gain fulfillment by participating in our work. We can accomplish so much more together than we can individually, and we do that by funding significant transformational grants to our local nonprofits. We simply couldn't have the impact that we do without the support of so many people. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Impact San Antonio, I want to thank the many stars who stepped up to make this year another terrific success. First, I'll acknowledge our new and renewing members who once again gave so very generously. Our member volunteers who helped us fulfill our mission every single day. Our non-voting contributors who donated to our grant pool. Our sponsors and members who provided operational funding that allows us to do this important work. And our production and technical partner, Cosmo AV, for helping bring this great program to you this evening. Let's also give a great round of applause for the immensely talented kids of the Judson ISD Moharimba Band and their conductor, Bonnie. We're immensely grateful for all of your support. Ah! You snuck up on me. We're immensely grateful for your support and appreciate you all so very much. Well, tonight we will announce the selection of our 2021 High Impact Grant recipients who will receive $100,000 grants, and our support grant recipients who will receive $7,000 grants. All these 10 finalists are truly outstanding in every way, and please know it was incredibly difficult to make the decisions our members have told us. All of you do wonderful work, all of you have tremendously great projects, and we're so glad to have all of you here helping our community be the best it can be. If you are so inclined, and I hope you are, feel free to post selfies on social media during the event, from right here at the Whitty or from where you're watching the broadcast. It's a great way to share the collective power of women. You can tag your photos from tonight's event with hashtag GAN 2021 or hashtag ImpactSA. All right, now let's look at tonight's agenda. I'll talk briefly about our accomplishments for the year. There was so much to be happy about. Next, we'll go through each of our 5 focus areas, one by one. The 2020 High Impact Grant recipients will start by sharing an update on the program grants. The news is really terrific and a wonderful way to remind us of what our collective generosity is actually doing in the community right now. You will really be jazzed by what you hear. And they will introduce the 2 2021 finalists in that focus area with a brief video from each, highlighting their terrific grant proposals. After the videos, I will announce this year's high-impact grant recipient for that focus area, followed by a presentation of the ceremonial check up here on stage. And for those of you who are receiving that grant tonight, be sure to walk up on my right, your left. Okay, but first, let me welcome Kim Gilbert, our Vice President of Operations, to the podium to share a message from our title sponsor.
So great to see you all here tonight. I mean, it's great to be back in person, right? Impact San Antonio wishes to recognize the incredible generosity of North Park Lexus and North Park Toyota, who are our title sponsors for Grant Award Night. We are so appreciative of their collective contribution of $10,000, which is our highest level of sponsorship. Doing the work we do would not be possible without financial support to cover our operating expenses. Since 100% of each membership contribution of $1,000 goes to our grant pool, we must raise separate funds for operations from sponsors and members. Now I'd like to convey a message from our title sponsors. North Park Lexus and North Park Toyota are thrilled to become the title sponsors of Impact San Antonio's 2021 Grant Award Night. Your organization shares our strong commitment to supporting our community and improving people's lives so they can have brighter futures. We wish to share our gratitude for all that Impact SA does, and we have great respect for the quality way in which you do it. Our support of Impact SA is a great complement to the multiple ways our businesses already lend a hand to people in need. That's why this partnership is such a good fit. We congratulate the recipients of this year's grants and thank these fantastic nonprofits for the efforts to help those they serve. In our audience tonight is Lee Willis, General Manager of North Park Lexus, and Tanya Eubanks, who is the General Manager of North Park Toyota, and also an Impact member. Could you please stand so we can recognize and celebrate your incredible generosity? We encourage you to visit the local Lexus and Toyota dealers and hope you had a chance to see their beautiful vehicles on display here. And look more when it's over. The doors are open. You can look inside, sit in them, so do that. And so thanks again for your enthusiastic support of Impact San Antonio and serving our community. We would also like to recognize all of our other very generous sponsors, several of whom are Impact members, for their support in 2021. We also very much appreciate our Impact Champion and Impact Plus members who donate above our $1,000 membership contribution. Combined, these two groups contributed $54,000 this year, which equals about half of our operating expenses. And now I'll turn the program back to Jennifer.
Let's take a look at what we've accomplished together in this past year, and there is so much to feel great about. We raised $535,000 this year. And this generosity came from 677 women. So I wasn't kidding when I said hundreds and hundreds earlier tonight. We will be able to award one high-impact grant in each focus area for the 4th year in a row. And after this evening, we will have awarded $4.8 million since we were founded in 2004. So before I announce the voting results, let me take a moment to speak about next year. The challenges in our community are certainly going to continue, and our local nonprofits will continue to need our support more than ever. Tonight kicks off our membership drive for 2022. Grant Award Night shows what we can accomplish when we band together around a shared purpose of making a significant difference in our community. We welcome all women to join us, as individuals or up to a group of 4. We invite you to become another one of our bright stars in the constellation that is Impact San Antonio. There are so many ways that you can help us make a difference by being a member, volunteering, encouraging your friends to join, and even becoming a sponsor. Visit impactsanantonio.org to learn more. We also have a membership table set up here at the event in the back, behind all of you. And there's no time like the present, so why not join or renew while you're here tonight? We'd love to have you. And for those watching on live stream, you've got access to the website. Please take advantage of that as well. Let me now comment on the Board of Directors. I'm pleased to announce our 2022 board. I'm excited about this leadership team and know that our fine organization is in very, very capable hands. It has been a great joy and a highlight of my life to serve as Impact's president these last 2 years. My term is up at the end of this year, and I'd like you to help me welcome our president for next year, Angèle Saint-Germain. Angèle has been a member of Impact SA since 2015, and for the last 3 years has served on the Impact San Antonio board as co-chair of Grant Review. By the way, this is in addition to her day job as an executive at Valero. Please join me in welcoming Angèle to the stage.
Well, hello everyone. I am very excited about this new role, and I look forward to meeting many of you in the coming year. So as Jennifer mentioned, there's a lot that has to happen to make this magical event each year. While our membership team is working hard on renewing and recruiting members, our operations team is carrying out our annual grant cycle. So by February, we announced the current year's application deadlines. In April, we hold agency training and provide resources for area nonprofits that explain our grant process, offer tips on what makes a great application, and share lessons learned from recent high-impact grant recipients. Interested agencies complete an organizational questionnaire, which includes their financial information. We use this information to determine each applicant's readiness to take on a $100,000 grant. Agencies who've demonstrated readiness can then submit their specific project application. Throughout the summer, grant review teams made up of member volunteers diligently evaluate applications using a well-defined approach. Grant review is at the heart of what we do, and members who serve as grant reviewers play the critical role of selecting the best project applications to be finalists in each of our 5 focus areas. One of the most important and empowering benefits of membership in Impact San Antonio is that each membership has a vote in where our grant funding goes. During this past week, our members were invited to review an application summary as well as a presentation video for each finalist project. They then cast their votes electronically to determine which project in each focus area should receive a high-impact grant. Once awarded, our grant oversight and outcomes team oversees the management of grants through project completion, and this includes receipt of outcome reports. Member volunteers serve as liaisons for each grant recipient, providing guidance and support as they execute their grants. Our 2021 grant cycle began with more than 150 agency submissions, which were thoughtfully narrowed down to the 10 finalist projects members were asked to vote on. So I hope you guys were as impressed as I was with the finalists that we had this year. As usual, it was extremely difficult voting because all of these projects are worthwhile. I know you guys are all on the edge of your seats and ready to hear who our High Impact Grant Award recipients are going to be. So without further ado, let's let the award presentation begin. It's time to learn which of this year's finalists our members voted to receive high impact grants. So I'm going to turn the podium back over to Jennifer so she can have the honors.
names of our high impact grant recipients are on these cards. And we will reveal one by one. So, as a reminder, awarding one high impact grant in each focus area of $100,000, and the second finalist in each focus area will receive $7,000. Now, let's get the award program started. We'll start with the Arts and Culture focus area. Roll tape.
My name is Christopher Rodriguez, and I'm the Executive and Artistic Director of Woodlawn Theater. Woodlawn Theater is a nonprofit community theater located in the heart of the Deco District. We work to sustain the performing arts in our community through entertainment, education, and outreach. Now, the past 16 months have been very difficult due to the pandemic, especially for nonprofits and live performing arts venues. Luckily, in late 2020, we were chosen as one of the high impact recipients. Funds were used to pay for artists, technical teams, teachers, and other various production costs so we could mount 5 musical productions as we reopened our doors. We first opened in May of 2021 with the Best of Woodlawn Review, celebrating 9 years of musical theater excellence in our community. After that, we revisited On Your Feet, the story of Gloria and Emilio Estefan, which played to sold-out houses. Next, we were able to visit the wonderful fairy tale of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, where we entertained both adults and children of all ages. Now, we are in the home stretch for 2 student productions that had to be canceled due to the pandemic. We are revisiting Godspell Jr., the set I am currently on, which opens in a few days. And we are now in rehearsals for School of Rock, where our students will act, sing, dance, and play live musical instruments on our stage. They are looking forward to rocking out to this great show. We are extremely grateful to Impact SA for their support over the past few months. We could not have done it without them. Thank you so much. And we look forward to finding out who the new recipients are.
Hello, Impact San Antonio. I am Ben Tremillo, Executive Director at Untitled Cultural Arts, one of the 2020 High Impact Grant recipients in the Arts and Culture focus area. We are honored and grateful to have received this award and have definitely put it to good use. We normally do our work in person, face-to-face, but because of safety concerns around the pandemic, we've had to pivot to community arts in a virtual world. Our after-school arts program has switched to Zoom classes where our artists continue the work of teaching our youth art basics. Because of the high impact grant, we're able to purchase art kits on Amazon and have the kits shipped directly to our youth. This alleviates the stress of parents having to purchase supplies themselves or having to stop by the office to pick them up. We also expanded our El Picasso community newspaper with a podcast and digital editions. Our teen students meet via Zoom to discuss upcoming issues, and our community meetings are held on our social media outlets. We also have a comic book class posts tutorials online. Luckily, we are still able to continue our outdoor mural work and finished some major restorations over the last several months. We premiered our art film series this year with artists creating personal work meant to be shared with our community for free online through our website and social media outlets. We were so happy to be able to still hire artists to create work for community during this uncertain time. The High Impact Grant has allowed us to bring on new staff members in order to better serve our community. I am honored to welcome the 2 2021 finalists in the Arts and Culture focus area and introduce a video highlighting each of their projects. The finalists are Mobile Arts Lab by the Carver Development Board and Rising Star Fellows by Youth Orchestras of San Antonio.
I envision the Mobile Arts Lab as inspiration on wheels, and it rolls into the community. Sometimes young people may never have seen some of the things that they'll be able to see as a result of having art come to them. It's not a mobile arts lab with art in it. It is an actual art destination. I think the Carver is uniquely situated as this jewel on the east side to be a beacon for kids. Imagine pop-up concerts, poetry readings, and storytellings.
When you can bring the art to people's doorstep, that's such a powerful thing.
Through the Mobile Arts Lab, we all have an opportunity to work together to ensure that our most vulnerable and most in-need communities have an opportunity to reap all the rich benefits that an arts-rich life is.
And it's going to be fantastic when we hear those same stories from kids who may have never even visited the Carver, but the Carver actually came to them.
I'm Nicholas Garza. I play violin. I'm 17 years old, and I go to John Jay High School.
My name is Mars Aragon. I play the flute, and I go to Southwest Legacy High School.
Rising Star Fellows, with chance for young musicians of exceptional promise to be brought along into the world of classical music. It focuses on young musicians of color and introducing them to the same level of opportunity as their peers from any other school in San Antonio.
Music, it's like everything to me. It's been so exciting, like every week practicing with them, just with such great musicians and playing music that I wouldn't normally play, and like doing the concerts and like hearing everybody all together and just being amazed that like you're a part of that and you help make that beautiful sound.
You know, I remember meeting Nick Garza 4 years ago when he was nominated to be a Rising Star Fellow. This really exciting 8th grader, but he had a lot of growing up to do. He had a lot of musical progress to make.
Being a rising star has really helped him grow.
You look at Yosa and you see on stage faces that look like San Antonio. We're seeing musicians of all kinds of backgrounds falling in love with classical music and becoming world class. And Rising Star Fellows is an especially powerful way to help young people do that.
I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the 2021 Impact San Antonio High Impact Grant in the Arts and Culture Focus Area is Mobile Arts Lab, the Carver Development Fund. Please come up on stage. We'd like to have you take a picture with us with your check. Congratulations. Next, we'll cover our education focus area. Please run the video.
Hello, I'm Ashley Garza, and I'm the Richmond Coordinator at the Young Women's Leadership Academy. The Impact San Antonio grant has increased technology access to our students that was previously missing.
Hello, my name is Brenda. And I'm Eileen. We both have attended the Young Women's Leadership Academy since 6th grade, and we are now current sophomores. In recent years, our school has attempted to incorporate STEM into the courses, but we use better laptops in our computer science and engineering classes to learn what was not possible before. In robotics, the new laptops will help us significantly when it comes to creating and running code. The grant helps close the technological divide students may face and gives an amazing opportunity for students like us and our peers. It was not possible due to insufficient technology. For that reason, we're both very excited about the Impact SA grant.
Thank you, Impact San Antonio!
I am honored to welcome the two 2021 finalists in the education focus area and to introduce a video highlighting each of their projects. The finalists are Conquering the Divide by Communities and Schools of San Antonio and the Days of Allah Elementary School expansion by City Year of San Antonio.
At Communities and Schools of San Antonio, we not only support thousands of students with basic needs and their academic success, we are also the only mental health service provider available to students on campus. Our team of 55 licensed mental health professionals, including myself, provide free mental health support and can meet students in school. For students who don't have access to transportation, or if their parents cannot take time off work to take them to an appointment, this is a relief. Now that virtual sessions are even more accessible, it's easier for us to reach additional students for support and connect with their families. In the wake of the pandemic, our students have experienced ongoing isolation, stress, and anxiousness, and also feelings of grief and loss. But our mental health team and our re-engagement team doesn't always have the consistent technology needed or virtual access to support all the students who would like to have our support. This grant would support our entire team in over 12 school districts with the necessary technology to provide consistent support to thousands of additional students and their families. At the end of the day, we are all in for kids.
Did you know that half the students in the U.S. who do not graduate high school come from only 6% of the school districts across the country? 6%. I know, it's a startling number. That is why at City Year, we partner with San Antonio Independent School District, who is among that 6%. We place teams of AmeriCorps members in our partner schools to assist teachers and help students build their social, emotional, and academic skills. A recent study by Johns Hopkins University revealed that City Year helps students gain an additional year of academic progress. That is why SAISD requested we expand to Days of Allah Elementary School. Impact San Antonio's investment in this project will give 1,500 hours of one-on-one tutoring, 400 hours of behavioral support, and 11,200 hours of mentoring and classroom support to 600 students and 40 teachers at Days of Allah Elementary School.
The Days of Allah expansion project completes the Lanier High School feeder pattern. We targeted Lanier because it has a higher number of students not graduating on time compared to the other traditional high schools in the district. Our feeder pattern strategy allows our students to grow up with City Year and receive continuous support throughout key transitions in their lives. With our approach, we can help our students reach 10th grade on time and on track, quadrupling their likelihood of graduating high school.
And I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the 2021 Impact San Antonio High Impact Grant in the Education Focus Area is Days of Allah Elementary School Expansion, City Year, San Antonio. Everyone's so ready to take the checks away. There'll be opportunities for more pictures, believe me. Now I'd like to move on to the Environment, Recreation, and Preservation focus area.
Buenos dias. My name is Graciela Sanchez, and I'm the Executive Director of the Esperanza Peace and Justice Center. And on behalf of the Buena Gente of the Esperanza, I want to thank the women of Impact San Antonio for supporting our Museo del West Side, a project that celebrates the history and culture of the West Side of San Antonio. The Museo del West Side is the only museum in the world to honor a working-class Mexican-American neighborhood. So far, the Museo has presented online exhibits on the history of women activists in the West Side, the history and culture of public housing and the Alazan Apache courts, and the famous performers who came out of this neighborhood in the early 1900s. Women like Eva Garza, Rita Vidaurri, Blanca Rodriguez, and many others. Thanks to the support of Impact San Antonio, these exhibits and others will soon be on display at the Museo del West Side for all of our community to enjoy. We are excited to share this work with the youth attending public schools in the neighborhood, with students and neighbors from throughout the city, and with out-of-town visitors interested in learning about the West Side's unique culture and history. We are so grateful to the women of Impact San Antonio for your support of this project and so excited for this museum to open in 2022. Thank you, Impact San Antonio, for supporting Esperanza and our Museo del West Side. I am honored to welcome the two 2021 finalists in the Environment, Recreation, and Preservation focus area, and to introduce a video highlighting each of their projects. The finalists are San Antonio Waterworks Pump House No. 1 by Brackenridge Park Conservancy, and Kronkowski's Tiny Tot Nature Spot by San Antonio Zoo. Enjoy!
Brackenridge Park is part of the soul of the city. Anyone who has lived here for a long time, especially people who grew up here, everybody has a childhood memory of Brackenridge Park, their earliest childhood memories. Going to the low water crossing, riding the train. It's part of who we are, I think, as a city. The pump house behind me is an iconic symbol of this park. And it is the oldest industrial building in San Antonio, built in 1879. And it is a symbol of the story of this park, which is the story of water. You can't really restore the rest of the park, until you start with one of its most iconic buildings.
A renovated pump house for Brackenridge Park and the educational program that will engage everyone who visits the park is really exciting. They'll learn more about everything that's happening here, all the revitalization of the park. So an impact grant would be the beginning of a whole restoration process. And it has to begin with the roof to protect what's on the inside. Our goal is to lift up Brackenridge Park to become one of the country's great public places, a beloved urban park surrounded by engaging attractions and a vibrant community. And we expect to meet a need that has existed for generations in San Antonio.
Hi, my name is Lisa Townsend, and I'm Education Director at San Antonio Zoo. Did you know that studies show American children spend less than 7 minutes a week outdoors in unstructured play?
What is this?
Children who are given opportunities for unstructured play and spend a moderate amount of time in nature are healthier both physically and mentally, do better in school, have more self-confidence and self-esteem, are better problem solvers, are more cooperative and creative, feel more connected to nature, and, perhaps most importantly, are the conservation leaders of tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Tim Morrow, President and CEO of San Antonio Zoo.
And I'm Hope Roth with marketing.
Since 2004, Kronkowski's Tiny Tot Nature Spot has been a perennial favorite of young children visiting the zoo.
However, time and love have taken their toll. With over 380,000 annual visitors, our favorite nature play place is in need of renovations.
Kronkowski's Tiny Tot Nature Spot reimagined will allow for children and their caregivers to continue to engage in nature-based learning and play for decades to come.
The children of our community will have the opportunity to develop and nurture a stimulation, motor skills development, play, and problem-solving behaviors.
Aligned with the focus areas environment, recreation, and preservation, our reimagining ensures that the nature spot engages our conservation and environmental education message in a setting that is fun, recreational, and interactive for young children and their families.
I'm pleased to announce the recipient of the 2021 High Impact Grant in the Environment, Recreation, and Preservation Focus Area is San Antonio Waterworks Pump House number 1, Brackenridge Park Conservancy. Come on up to the stage. We want to get a glamour shot with you. See, people still want to take that check. Oh, I hope you're all having fun now. This is such an awesome night. I can't get enough of it, I gotta tell you. All right, next up is family. Let's roll tape.
Good evening. I am Mary Garr. I am the president and CEO of Family Service, and we were privileged to be the high impact grant recipient for the Family Focus Area. And that enabled us as an organization to replace an old, obsolete, over 20 plus years HVAC system, which continued to break down and made our building hot and cold at the wrong times. And through this, we were able to not only improve the quality of life and conditions in our building to serve our clients, but we were also able to save on tens of thousands of maintenance dollars and repair costs every year just on this system, which we are now able to reprogram these unrestricted dollars back into our programs where they belong. So with your efforts, we've been able to really make a change and do good work here. And we very much appreciate what Impact SA does every year for its community. With these dollars, some of the things that we've been able to do have been to hire 2 new community workers or promotoras who can work in the community helping to meet the needs of those who are underserved or in these at-risk communities. We also have been able to look at providing increased supports within our Financial Empowerment Center, especially at a time during this pandemic when there are so many additional needs out there, especially immediate needs in these recovery efforts across our community. I'm honored to welcome the 2 2021 finalists in the Family Focus Area and to introduce a video highlighting each of their projects. The finalists are Closing Learning Gaps, Family Engagement by Blessed Sacrament Academy, and Supplies for Survivors by Family Violence Prevention Services, Inc. Congratulations to the both of you and good luck, best wishes in your endeavors.
Sometimes when you're in this journey as a parent, you think you're alone, but you're not.
There are people that are here to help you on your journey, to make you stronger.
It means having a support system that you need to be successful in life, to be able to raise your children a right way and a good way with positive reinforcements and parenting skills.
Family engagement is not just about being with your children, it's about truly connecting in their learning process. And it's about us also connecting with the parents in their learning process. A lot of the families we work with have not had good role models, and they're looking for another way to raise their children. They're looking for a way to understand their child's needs, and this project will provide that coaching along with quality experiences both at the center and at home. Our goal in this is not to hand out food and hand out supplies. The goal is for families to come in, work together, learn together, connect with others, and build a support system. That's what we found a lot of our families were lacking, and we can close learning gaps for the children and the parents.
Our children who are here are 0 to 5. That's a critical time to close those learning gaps. The earlier we start getting parents engaged, the more opportunities we'll have for better outcomes for children and families.
Everybody has a different breaking point. My breaking point was him holding a gun to my head when I was pregnant. And I was like, I have to go.
We know our program saves lives. Elizabeth and her young sons are living proof. She fled her abuser during a time of crisis without a cell phone, identification, or a way to support herself and her children. Each year, the Battered Women and Children's Shelter, run by Family Violence Prevention Services, serves a life-saving refuge for over 1,000 women, men, and children. Besides providing survivors with a roof over their heads, counseling services, legal assistance, and case management, Family Violence Prevention Services also provides essential, everyday supplies for survivors. Our Supplies for Survivors project would allow for construction of a storage facility on the grounds of the Battered Women and Children's Shelter. Supplies for Survivors would also allow for Family Violence Prevention Services to close storage units around San Antonio. Those savings can then be reallocated for client assistance.
I'm pleased to announce that the recipient of the Impact San Antonio 2021 High Impact Grant in the family area is Supplies for Survivors, Family Violence Prevention Services. Come on up to the stage, bring your smiles. Last, but certainly not least, is our health and wellness focus area. Please run the video.
Since Sunshine Cottage received our award from Impact SA, we've been able to serve over 184 students, and we also have an additional 110 children in our parent-infant program. The hearing aid loaner program is a very critical program that we have, and this grant was even more important this year because of the impact of the pandemic and the parents having to face all these challenges.
Well, the audiologist here at Sunshine Cottage did the second ABR, and she confirmed what the first ABR found, which was Abram had bilateral sensory neural hearing loss. And so Sunshine Cottage has been a huge blessing. Sunshine Cottage for the first year loaned us hearing aids. We were only responsible for purchasing his ear molds. The hearing aids were on loan to us, and I mean, it's been great. I mean, They teach you how to use them. They explain to you, you know, we loan you the hearing aids because his hearing might change. We don't know if he's going to end up staying in hearing aids or some other kind of equipment. So those were on loan for the first year.
We did not want our parents to have to worry about purchasing a hearing aid. In the time when they are focusing on developing their child and working with their child to learn and to learn the skill sets necessary for that.
And they were going to teach us all about the equipment, how to put them on, how to care for him, and then they were going to teach us how to teach him, and that everything was going to be fine. And it has been. It's been great.
Thank you, Impact SA, for helping take care of our parents. We are back, and we are going full force, and our kids are here. Y'all been a blessing to us. We appreciate all you've done for Sunshine Cottage.
We are honored to welcome the two 2021 finalists in the Health and Wellness Focus area and introduce a video highlighting each of their projects. The finalists are Expanding Services, Moving to the MAC by Teamability Incorporated, and Family Nurture Care in the Neonatal ICU by UT Health San Antonio.
Teamability works in collaboration with families and the community to provide children with complex disabilities the opportunity to participate actively in life and experience the joy of success, often for the very first time. Right now, Teamability can only serve 45 to 50 children in 1 year.
Teamability will be able to serve a larger population when it moves to the Multi-Assistance Center, or MAC, located at Morgan's Wonderland in Northeast San Antonio. The MAC will be a one-stop facility for persons of all ages with special needs.
Moving to the MAC will allow us to expand our programs and services to reach more than 300 persons with special needs per year.
An essential component of Teamability's programs is the overhead tracking system, which allows children to explore and learn in an upright position. Most importantly, it facilitates self-initiated mobility. A grant from Impact SA would provide the means of moving the overhead tracking system to Teamability's new home at the MAC, as well as funding technical enhancements to the system to further improve children's mobility and physical function.
It's our responsibility to help them achieve that potential. At Teamability, we take joy in that every single day.
The separation of a baby from their mother remains a profoundly significant childhood trauma. NICU babies have a much higher risk for autism, ADHD, behavioral and emotional disorders. And NICU moms often experience PTSD, depression, and anxiety.
I myself am a new NICU mom, and this was a complete and total shock and emotional roller coaster. Anger, hopelessness, and guilt were my initial response to this.
Babies in the NICU experience repeated painful procedures and can learn to fear and withdraw from adults. In the absence of normal maternal infant nurturing behaviors, the emotional connection between mother and baby is interrupted and recorded in the nervous system, creating lasting emotional and behavioral dysfunction. It is a devastating problem, and we've been working on a great solution called Family Nurture Care. UT Health has implemented this innovative and low-cost intervention in the NICU at University Hospital. Family Nurture Care serves to heal the interrupted emotional connection between mother and baby, led by trained nurture specialists.
When I am sitting with Jackson, I feel overwhelming joy. It is a reassurance for me that he's okay.
Join us in giving mothers and babies at their most vulnerable point a life of hope and health.
I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the 2021 Impact San Antonio High Impact Grant for Health and Wellness is Expanding Services, Moving to the MAC from Team Ability. And I know we've spent the evening talking about our high impact grant recipients, but truly our support grant recipients are equally outstanding, and let's give a round of applause for them as well. After we wrap for the evening, but not just yet, we invite all the finalists to come up here and have some additional pictures taken. We do also have checks, a little bit smaller, for the support grant recipients, and we want you to have your opportunity for a great photo op as well. Please bring your team members and guests that you would like to have in the picture. Well, what a night, right? Pretty incredible. Congratulations to all of our grant recipients. You are shining stars working to make our community ever better every year. And members, I hope this is a great reminder of what your generosity can do in this community. Every dollar of your $1,000 membership actually went to fund these grants. And together, we did this, and it means more than you can know. And we did it together. So as we look ahead to 2022, we hope you'll continue to help us plant more seeds of hope here in our community and the surrounding area. Please spread the word to family, friends, colleagues. The more members we have, the more help we can provide. Our membership site is open for business at impactsanantonio.org, and as a reminder, our membership table is alive and well in the back. We look forward to connecting with all of you soon, so stay tuned for more information on our upcoming programs. Please stay safe and good night.